Okay, we're back for more Amatsutsumi. Episode 15. Yep. Let's go. Yes. Okay. Well, this is the second episode after the prologue, kind of. Now we know that Mana is Mana is now in our lives, in the daily life now. She's going to school with us. She is part of our Oribe family. Oh boy. And there was a little bit of interaction between her and Hotaru, but she does not know that Hotaru is not immune by Kotodama yet. Well, not yet at least. Well, let's take a look. Let's go. This is the next day, so yeah. The second day, no. The last episode covered the first day, and then another day a couple of days later after her transfer to the school. So this is probably like 4 for the 5th or the 6th day then. Yeah. I wake up at the usual time. But my body feels heavy and my head feels fuzzy. It's the kind of feeling you get when you're exhausted yourself the day before and still haven't rested up enough yet. But it's not so bad. I feel like going back to sleep. Not so bad. I feel like going back to sleep. What? Whoa! Wait, hold on. Am I still in my... Yeah, I'm still in my bed. What the heck? She's in our room. As I get out of bed, I see Kyouko sitting in the corner of the room, looking back at me. Good morning, but why are you in our room? Oh. I mean, we were sleeping though. She bows apologetically. No, I'm sorry for not noticing you there. I'm the one who told her last night that we should come here immediately if anything was wrong. If the knock on the door didn't wake me up, I must have been more tired than I thought. Wait, hold on, is this the next day? Yeah, it's the next day. She said good morning. And before that... yeah, we were at the shrine and we were seeing a ghost. Suzuka, her childhood friend. Okay, so the next morning, did something happen?
そういうわけでもないのですが、マナちゃんとココロちゃんがまだ寝ているところで、起き出してゴソゴソ物音を立てるのも、
Oh wait!
と思ってこちらに。
Wait, hold up a moment. Did she... As the elevator, Kyouko said... Mana and Kokoro was still sleeping in the room, so I came here to sit quietly for a while, so I wouldn't disturb them. So she came into the house in the morning when she woke up at her house. I thought she stayed overnight, but no, that's not the case. I see, she came out of concern for the other two. That's very like her. Oh, you're quite an early riser, aren't you?
いえ、これでも私としては遅めですよ。いつもはもうこの時間には境内の清掃してますから。
I can assume that's about like 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. ish. Yeah, that's very early normally. I guess right now it should be around 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. I'm not even sure if it's the weekend yet. Do they have school today? She smiles softly. Unlike me, she seems to be in a great mood. The reason is obvious, of course. Yeah, we can see the ghosts. The same ghosts that she can see. Oh wait, or not. Oh, that might be another reason, I guess. I would assume she would be a bit more traumatic. To be honest. Just like yesterday when I take Kyoko's hand, I see Suzuka standing silently next to her. Good morning, Suzuka. I greet her, though I didn't expect a reply. She simply stands there in silence like a doll. If we're talking about ghosts and spirits, right? Usually they're like a portion of someone's soul that's left behind back in the world. I don't think it's the actual person themselves. But yeah, that's just me. That's just my guess, though. Oh, what is gonna happen? This is not gonna be a very good ending. If the ghost of Suzuka continues to follow Kyouko around. Yesterday, after the bright flash of light, Suzuka appeared out of nowhere. Yeah, after her words. After her words. And Kyoko kept shaking her head in utter disbelief at what she was seeing. Then she wept openly for a while, her eyes locked on Suzuka. And luckily, most of the crowd at the shrine had packed up and left a few minutes earlier, so there was nobody to stare at us. Kyoko, is she...
はい、Suzuka です。
Wiping her tears with one hand, she looked at me and nods.
私がずっと会いたいと思っていたSuzuka です。あの日のままの姿です。これ、夢じゃないですよね。
No. This was reality. Though it was a little strange to be calling a ghost real, quote unquote. Hello. I tried speaking to the apparition, which was standing there in silence with a blank expression on its face. Kyoko had told me earlier that I should avoid interacting with ghosts, so drawing their attention. But unlike other ghosts we had seen on our way to the shrine, I don't feel unpleasant when I look at this Suzuka ghost. Also, unlike other ghosts, I can see her rather clearly, not just as a human-shaped shadow. Suzuka didn't answer my greeting. Her pretty face added to the impression that she looked like a life-sized doll. Since she called out Kyoko's name first, I thought she would be able to talk, but more importantly, Kyoko, did you do this? I would assume so too. Oh, since you're a shrine maiden, I thought maybe you're able to summon ghosts or something. She shook her head quickly.
そんなことできるわけありません。
So she says.
できたらとっくの昔にやってました。ずっと鈴鹿に会いたかったんですから。
I wonder if the presence of Makoto being a demigod of existence while holding Kyoko's hand has any effect now. Has it any effect to the situation? Is what caused the situation to change?
大好きな鈴鹿にも会えないのに霊感なんかあってもって思ってきたんですから。
It was a good point.
私はむしろ誠くんが呼んでくれたのかと思いました。
I didn't have any power like that either. It was a mystery. I mean, a possibility would be Makoto being like a battery for Kyoto to actually bring her wishes to life. It was a mystery, and it was too convenient to have to have been a coincidence. My best guess was that Kyouko could have somehow used my power to summon Suzuka, yeah. Makoto's power or existence as a demigod must have played a part in bringing Suzuka here.
本当は私が死んで鈴鹿が生きるべきだったんです。
In brackets. When I held her in my hand, I was able to see ghosts like she did. Maybe conversely, she became able to use Kododama? Of course, all I could do was hypothesize.
そうですか。でもとにかくよかった。鈴鹿。
Kyouko knelt down in front of Suzuka and wept with happiness. Meanwhile, Suzuka just stood there with that blank expression. Her eyes sometimes moved slightly. She wasn't entirely unresponsive, but she looked like she wasn't paying attention to the world of the living. I felt bad to inject a dose of reality when Kyouko was so happy, so I had to ask. So, what should we do now?
というと
Kyouko looked at me uncomprehendingly. As I thought, she was too occupied with her long-time dream coming true for her to think about anything else right then. Honestly, I wasn't exactly perfectly calm either, after everything that had happened over the day. I mean, you always wanted to meet Suzuka again, but what did you plan to do after that? And probably her main goal had been just to see Suzuka's face one more time. But now that Suzuka appeared, things wouldn't just end there.
お礼を言って謝りたいと思っていました。
She nodded and turned back to Suzuka.
私を助けてくれて本当にありがとう。それとごめんね。苦しかったでしょ。
Tears welled up in her eyes again as she spoke to Suzuka. Suzuka remained as silent as ever. Maybe she didn't recognize Kyouko because 10 years had passed? No, that couldn't have been it, since she had called Kyoko's name at first. It looks like she's not in a state where we can communicate with her properly.
みたいですね。大半の幽霊はそうなんです。でも、鈴鹿はさっき私の名前を呼びました。鈴鹿としての記憶と意志が残っているということだと思います。だから、
So?
鈴鹿がいつまでいてくれるのかはわかりませんが、もう少し様子を見たいと思います。
So that's what she wants to do. Just watch and see what happens. I see. Based on what she had said earlier, I guess she would want to properly mourn Suzuka's death. Because Suzuka's body was never found, Kyouko was never able to fully accept and process her death. So my guess was that she wanted to meet Suzuka's ghost as a way to get closure after all these years. If so, what Kyouko needed to do was to help Suzuka leave the world and go to heaven. And that's something that I could do. I think I can probably help Suzuka pass on from this plane, using my Kotodama power. Of course, I've never done such a thing before. Well, Kyouko had said on the way here that ghosts are like thinned out filaments of leftover life force. Oh, yeah, this is, yeah. Another way to phrase that, it's a part of someone's soul that was left behind. If that's the case, Kotodama, which is a power based on life force, should have a high chance of working on them.
それは待ってください。お願いします。私、鈴鹿ともっと話をしたいです。
So she says, is this gonna lead to a situation where she doesn't want to separate from Suzuka? This might turn out turn out to be an unhealthy relationship. Because no one else can see Suzuka. Imagine her like interacting with a dead friend for the rest of her days. I understood her feelings well. She had just met someone who normally she would never have seen again. Of course, she wouldn't want to let go of that. But I felt that just keeping Suzuka by her side without understanding the situation properly would lead to some problems eventually. Maybe if Suzuka could become Kyoko's guardian spirit or something. That's an interesting comment there. If she could become her Kyoko's guardian spirit. Okay, you can do whatever you need to. I might have been the catalyst that caused this to happen, but at the end of the day, this was Kyoko's issue to solve. For the time being, Suzuka's ghosts didn't seem malicious or dangerous, so I decided it would be fine to wait and see what happened. What happens? To see what happened? To wait and see what happened? I think this is a weird tense here. I think it happens. By any chance, if so by chance things starts looking like they're going like, if by some chance things started looking like they were going bad, I could always step in and solve things then. So I decided it would be fine to wait and see what happened. We might be walking a tightrope, unable to see what lay ahead. But that was no different from my whole adventure in coming to this town in the first place. You can say that again. I think I'll head home now. I don't want to get in the way of your reunion with Suzuka.
休んで行かれなくて大丈夫そうですか?
Oh, so that's where we part from here. So she spent some time with Suzuka alone for the rest of the day. She looked at me with concern, thinking about how I had staggered earlier. Thanks! But I think I'm alright now.
わかりました。本当に今日はいろいろと何から何までありがとうございます。
It's fine, don't worry about it. I had fun too. If you need something or anything is wrong, you contact me right away.
はい。
And we are in the present. Oh, okay. See you later then.
はい。さようなら、誠くん。
She bowed politely and turned to leave the shrine grounds. But after a few moments... Huh? I suddenly felt an invisible hand had grabbed me and pulled me backward. What? I whirled back to see the two of them, but there was nothing there.
誠くん、どうしたんですか?
Wait, hold on. Huh? Wait, hold on. I suddenly felt like an invisible hand had grabbed me and pulled me backward. I whirled around to face the two of them, but there was nothing there. Kyouko ran up to me, wide-eyed. I suddenly felt like something pulled me backward. Did you see something?
いいえ、何も見えませんでした。
Interesting. I guess it wasn't the ghost.
はい。今ここにいるのは、私と誠くんと鈴鹿だけです。
Or maybe it's Makoto, Kyouko, Suzuka ghost, and Suzuka herself. Not as a ghost, but herself as a spirit, as a whole. I have a really strange feeling that that's the case. I don't want to jump theories here, but then I wonder what that was just now. It was a pretty strong pull, I felt.
やっぱり少し休んでいった方が。
No, that wasn't a stagger just now. I was literally pulled backwards by something. I was still curious about what could have pulled me, but since it wasn't a ghost, I decided to ignore it. I might have just imagined it after all. Sorry for scaring you. I'll leave for real this time.
はい。お気をつけて。
She bowed again and waved goodbye and started walking away, more carefully this time. After I walked a certain distance, I felt the pull again and couldn't take another step. After that, Kyouko and I experimented with the phenomenon a little bit. We soon realized that the pulling force... We soon realized that the pulling force appeared once I separated more than 10 meters from Kyouko. It was pure speculation, but we concluded that some kind of link must have been formed between the two of us to channel our powers. We couldn't predict whether it was temporarily or permanent, but we had no way of cutting it. After brainstorming somewhere, we decided I would take Kyouko back home with me to the Olive household for the time being. Of course, Suzuka came along too. Okay, so it's... I was going... It was a bit of a stretch there. It was just some kind of link that was keeping us together. I ended up using my kododama to convince Kyoko's family to let her sleep over. At first I let Kyouko try to speak a kododama using our link, but it seemed she hadn't been able to freely use kododama after all. When she spoke to her parents, it just came out sounding like regular words, and I didn't feel my power being used. Actually, her parents seemed to really love and trust her, so even without the power of kododama, they weren't strongly opposed to the idea. They were mainly worried about whether Olive family would be convenienced by Kyouko staying at her house. And they were actually happy that Kyouko had made a close enough friend to be invited to their house. As for Azuki and Kokoro, I used my kododama to tell them think nothing of it if they saw Kyouko inside the house. The only problem was what to do with Mana. I explained the whole situation to her and asked her to cooperate. After hearing the story, she seemed pretty annoyed, but finally agreed. Her one condition was that Kyouko would sleep in Kokoro's room. With her, not in my room. And that's more or less what happened yesterday. Now it's the next morning. Present day. By the way, Mana tried touching Kyouko too, but she wasn't able to see Suzuka or any other ghost. Okay, that's strange. Really? Another kododama user like Mana can't see ghosts? By doing the same thing? Even after doing the same thing as Makoto did? So there must be something special between me and Kyouko after all. Mana was not very happy about that, or the fact that I had to stay within 10 meters of Kyouko at all times. She asked why I didn't just solve the whole situation blowing away Suzuka's ghost with my kododama. Then she even started trying to do it herself. After much begging and pleading from Kyouko, with some words from me as well, she reluctantly said she'd wait for a while. But as I warned Kyouko, the longer this drags out, the more likely it is that Mana will try to intervene again. Even ignoring Mana, we can't live within 10 meters of each other forever. So once Kyouko is ready, we'll have to find a solution.
Makoto-kun, お茶です。暑いから気をつけてくださいね。
Thanks. I think some more as I sip on the tea Kyouko prepared. Kyouko anticipates that Suzuka's consciousness will grow stronger the longer she stays with us. Eventually, maybe we can talk to her properly. But even Kyouko admits that it's nothing more than a hunch. And maybe even just wishful thinking. I would also think the same. It's not that easy. How is Suzuka, by the way?
ぼーっとしていますね。
Kyouko reaches her hand out to me. When I grasp it, I can see Suzuka looking at me blankly. Look at me? She's looking at me, not Kyouko. Maybe she's looking through me? Her gaze is distant, so it's hard to tell. It reminds me of how cats sometimes stare at nothing. She does seem a little more mentally present than yesterday, but not to the point where we could be able to communicate with her. Kyouko is looking at Suzuka with a truly contented smile. Since Suzuka is still how she was 10 years ago, they look less like childhood friends and more like sisters, or even a mother and a daughter. Mother and a daughter. Who's the papa then? Kyouko and Suzuka was like an older sister to her back then, so maybe she's enjoying the feeling of having an opposite relationship now. Look at how happy Kyouko is. I'm glad about what's happened. At the same time, I worry about how painful it will be for her to let Suzuka go for a second time. Yeah, the longer you drag it out, the more emotionally invested you will be in, and the harder it will be to separate. Oh my god. Still, all we can do for now is to try to make things go as well as possible, on the way to that eventual parting. It's lunchtime! I'm helping out at the cafe. Just in case, I've asked Kyouko to sit down at one of the tables closer to the kitchen. It could be problematic if I run into the 10-meter boundary in the middle of cooking. Oh, look at her. She just sits there in one of the corner seats, doing nothing. And since this is the cafe part of the building, Kokoro and Azuki-san react as if she's just dropped in as a customer. As a Kododama user, maybe I'm not the right person to say this, but it really is amazing how flexible human perception is. Whew! The lunchtime rush ends and most of the customers leave. Azuki-san has been on break since a little while ago. Who's that? But we're customer? But we're still open for business, so new customers do occasionally come in. Yeah, it's a new customer. Whoa! Oh boy. It's Hotaru. Wait, can I hear that line again? That's a nice accent there. Hotaru peeks into the cafe and opens the door. Yay! Hello, Hotaru. Without waiting to be seated, she trots up to the counter and sits down in front of me. Unusual? Is she talking about Kyouko? What a way to talk about your friend. She whispers to me, looking at Kyoko's direction as I place a glass of ice water on the counter. You mean Kyouko? Wait, pardon? Well, her too, but who's the little girl next to her? Eh? Wait, hold on. She sees Suzuka? Wait, you can see that? It's clear she's talking about Suzuka. Will she ever stop surprising me? You can see ghosts too? I whisper back to her so no one can hear. Oh, that's it? Yes, she's a ghost, apparently. So Taru sits down wordlessly and starts to drink her water.
誠さんが来てから本当に予想もしなかったようなことばっかり起きますね。
You're talking about you taking this pretty calmly.
驚いてますよ、蛍なりに。
Still, I see no trace of surprise on her face as she puts her half-empty glass back on the counter and looks deep into my eyes.
何がどうしてそうなったんですか？
Man, where do I begin? Hotaru. What surprises me more is Hotaru can see ghosts. Which has brought up a couple of new revised theories about her in my mind. But I'm not gonna bring them up now. Yet. Because they're pretty absurd. Well, to make a long story short, it's because I've been helping someone out again. I can't explain everything out here in the cafe, so I summarize them as briefly as I can. She pretends to read the menu as I whisper, so others in the area will think I'm explaining the menu items to her.
そうですか。うまくいくといいですね。
Where's Mana in this situation? I hope so too.
とにかく
Oh. Anyway, so she glances at Kyouko and Suzuka out of the corner of her eye again. I still didn't understand how she's able to see Suzuka. Yeah, I don't as well. Unlike Kyouko, she doesn't normally see ghosts. Maybe there's a type of ghost that's visible to certain people and not others. So convenient. And imagine like people have different powers that work on different planes. I can imagine a story like that. Go crazy with story. Storytelling. But the weird thing is, even my Kotodama doesn't work on Hotaru, so how can Suzuka be visible to her? Like Kyouko, she doesn't normally see ghosts. I'm starting to believe that Hotaru might be some kind of spirit, but not really. I thought her body might have some kind of physical difference from other people that gave her immunity to spiritual powers, but if that were the case... Anyway, that's not important. Hotaru is the girl I've made a promise with. I know I can trust her, and I want to trust her.
ホタルに言えるのは、あの子のこと、大切にしてあげてほしいってことですね。
Treat her well? What do you mean? Why is she implying?
はい。幽霊かもしれませんけど、小さな女の子ですから、優しくしないと。
Okay. Hotaru grins, then suddenly narrows her eyes confidently. Confidentially? Confidentially. Oh, confidentially. Okay.
ホタルには、あの子自身が自分を幽霊だと思っていないように見えるんです。
There's something about her that suggests she doesn't believe herself to be a ghost. Wait, who? Suzuka? Are we talking about Suzuka? I didn't think of that. It would be very sad for Suzuka to suffer a second death, without even understanding her first one.
変な言い方ですけど、幽霊とはいえ、生まれてしまったものですから。
Yeah, that makes sense.
なるべくそこには尊厳があってほしいな、なんて思っちゃいますね、ホタルは。
She smiles gracefully down the rest of her water and stands up.
ごちそうさまでした。ホタル、帰ります。
Eh? She's going already? This time she drops the whisper and speaks in a fairly loud voice. Probably she's trying to make sure people nearby hear her.
もう帰っちゃうの？
Already? Kokoro, hearing Hotaru's sudden outburst, leaves the table she was cleaning up and comes over to us.
っていうか、ホタル、まだ何も頼んでないよね。
Stay for a bit. I want to see you interact more with Mana. To be perfectly honest.
今日は冷やかしに来ただけだから。
Oh, she's actually
じゃあ、ま
leaving.
たね
Oh, there she goes. She's a tycoon. Flashing a smile, Hotaru waves her hand a couple of times and exits the cafe.
ホタル、どうしたんだろう。
No
でも
idea. She probably left because she realized her presence will only complicate matters with Kyouko and Suzuka. I'm so glad that Hotaru is such a considerate person. The sun descends through the sky, and soon the cafe is almost totally empty. Kokoro goes on break too, and I'm left as the only one on duty. But there are no new orders coming in, so I'm not busy.
誠くん、終わりました。
Thanks, and sorry for the bother. Kyouko asked if she could help with anything. So I had decided to take her offer and assign her some work, but she had worked harder than I expected.
いえ、私でもお役に立てることがあってよかったです。鈴鹿も興味を持ってくれたみたいですし。
She looks down and to her side with a cheerful smile. I'm not touching Kyouko, so I can't tell. That's probably where Suzuka is standing.
むしろもっと他にもお手伝いすることありませんか？居候させていただいているんですから、せめてものご恩返しを。
So considerate. Oh, these girls. I'm happy you feel that way, but it's fine, really. After all, technically, this isn't my house at all. Mana and I are freeloading on the Uribe family just as much as Kyouko is.
でもやっぱりなんだか申し訳なくて。
No, it's fine, it's fine.
特にマナちゃんは多分私のことを快く思っていないのではないかと。ずっと部屋にこもったきりで降りてきませんし。
Oh, really? She's all stuck in the bedroom? For most of the day today? Is that where Mana was all this time? What the I think that's just because Mana likes lazing around in her room more than socializing. But anyway, Kyouko is right that we owe Mana a favor for letting us go ahead with this arrangement. Would you like to be closer with Mana? Personally, I like Mana to be friends with Kyouko. But well, sometimes people just aren't compatible. Simply sticking two people together doesn't always result in them getting along.
はい、もちろんです。はい、もちろんです。正直、誠くんと一緒で、いえ、誠くん以上に恐れ多い感じですけど。私、マナちゃんみたいな女の子、憧れます。
I see. Really? Really? Kyouko, are you attracted to girls too?
そういうことではなくて。
Just confusing her.
綺麗でかっこいいじゃないですか、マナちゃんって。
Yeah.
すごく堂々としていて、揺るがない感じで、私にはないものをたくさん持っているというか。
Yeah, it's like how a little boy would see like a man, a strong-looking, imposing man, as a reliable person, a figure. Yeah, definitely can relate. I see. Mana really is the opposite of Kyouko in some ways.
でも仲良くしたいなんて、それも私の身勝手ですよね。
Admiration for the same sex too. Try and be like them in some way, so you can self-improve your own. So you can improve yourself as well to be a better person. She sighs and slumps her shoulders.
ゆうべ、
Ah.
私ちょっと調子に乗って、こちらから話しかけてしまったんです。お世話になっているお礼に、何か私にできることはありませんかって。
And what did she say? I could pretty much guess what Mana said, but I figured I'd ask anyway.
とにかく余計なことを何もしないでほしいわ。と。
Yo, just as I thought.
話しかけないでってことですよね。
Nah, I don't think she...
話しかけないでってことですよね。つまり。
In other words, at the end. No, that definitely isn't what she meant. I'm pretty sure she just means that you don't have to go out of your way to do that. Because she feels that she's the one that's also imposing. I don't think she really meant it that harshly though. And I never couches her words in euphemism. Euphemism. Euphemism? Euphemism. Euphemism. Okay. Indirect word or expression considered to be too harsh or blunt. Something unpleasant or embarrassing. Okay, I see. I see.
Euphemism.
Mana never couches her words in euphemism, so people might think she's a much colder person when she really is. In this case, she probably only meant what she said. But actually, I'm surprised you didn't get angry at her. Even when she's rude to you. Kyouko doesn't have that much self-confidence to actually think that.
当然じゃないですか。
Yeah.
ご迷惑をおかけしているのはこちらなんですし。
Yep.
昨日だって鈴鹿のことを思いとどまってくださって本当に感謝しています。一体どうしたら私のこの気持ちを伝えられるんでしょうか。伝えたいと思うことそのものがもうすでにおこがましいんですよね。
It's not too late. Wait, how can I tell her how grateful I am? You just need to tell her. Just that. Like, you don't have to do anything for her. I don't think she wants you to do something for her. Her voice dwindles with every sentence. Don't look down on yourself so much, and I don't think Mana hates you either. It's more likely that right now Mana just doesn't have any interest in Kyouko either way. She agreed to be friends with Kyouko on my request, but she still sees everyone other than me as being below her. But that doesn't mean she dislikes them, just that she's not very interested.
そうでしょうか。
Yeah, I think she's simply not interested in you. There are some things in the outside world that have drawn her interest, like manga and food. Manga and food. But for the most things, especially when they don't involve me, she could care less.
興味がない。
A look of despair comes across Kyoko's face. Oops, I think I should have chosen my words more carefully.
どうしたら私に興味を持ってもらえるんでしょうか。
Come to think of it, I think she first opened up to Kokoro over their shared love of manga. Oh! Mana opened up to Kokoro already? I thought they were just trying to get somewhat along because they liked the same person. What I would assume, maybe because she was jealous of Kokoro's relationship with me, but oh, they're actually getting along. That's nice to hear. One day, Kokoro lent Mana some shoujo manga to help her kill time. And she became obsessed with it. She finished the first volume in a flash and went back to Kokoro to ask for the next volume, or so I heard.
漫画、私あまり詳しくないです。せっかくアドバイスしていただいたのにすみません。
Then what about food?
食べ物ですか？
Yeah, food. Yeah, Mana has a pretty big appetite, so I think he has a weakness for tasty food. Especially sweet things like donuts and such. I remember once we were kids, a shopping expedition from the village came back with donuts and Mana devoured most of them.
ドーナツ
Yeah. Kyoko's eyes sparkle.
わかりました。私、それなら得意です。
Good.
頑張って作りますね。
Make? I'll give it my best efforts then. She's gonna make them. Kyoko, you can cook donuts? I thought you could only buy donuts in stores. But now I'm hearing that you can cook them yourself?
はい。こちらの設備を貸していただくことにはなりますけど、よろしいでしょうか？
Only the experienced can actually make homemade donuts. And I hope Makoto realizes that. It's not so simple. Yes, I can make them, she said. I have to board your kitchen. I think that should be fine. We should probably ask Azuki-san first, though. I'm interested in the recipe, too. What do you need for the ingredients?
ですね。
Ah, it's ending here. Oh, I guess this is the end of the next day then. After I closed the cafe and got permission from Azuki-san, we got to work, churning out donuts. Kyouko was much more skilled at cooking than I expected, and even Azuki-san and Kokoro were looking on with amazement. Whoa.
何事？
Mana must have been drawn by the smell of donuts. I'm reminded of the legend of Iwato Gakure, the goddess soaking in her cave drawn out by the festivities organized by the other gods. Now the first phase of the plan has done. Ah, she came out. Yeah. Kyouko and I glance at each other and smile.
京子さんがドーナツ作ったの。すっごく美味しそうだよ。ドーナツですね。京子が？
Nana looks at Kyouko, and it's obvious from her expression that she's seeing Kyouko in a new light.
はい。皆さんのお世話になっているので、感謝の気持ちを込めて。そう。それは希少な心がけね。
She looks so happy. She sounds so happy too. She nods with a satisfied smile. Mana, sometimes you're a real open book, aren't you?
お口に合うといいんですけど。無用の心配ね。これだけいい匂いをさせておいて、美味しくないわけがないわ。
More confidence than Kokoro's cooking, for sure. This missing Koko's concern with her words, she looked greedily at the mountain of donuts we made. I was a little worried that we made too many, but judging from her expression, she's ready to slurp them all up.
これ、もう食べてもいいのよね。はい、もちろんです。どうぞ。
Homemade is especially much more high in quality than store-made, pre-made, processed donuts. So it's definitely gonna be much more delicious. Unless the expedition members of the village went to like a special family donut shop for the donuts, but I don't think so.
はーい、大試食会。
Tasting party.
じゃあ、お茶を入れるわ。
What did she say?
はーい、大試食会。
Okay, yeah, tasting party. Okay.
どうぞ、召し上がれ。
Hey, it's chibi art. Tentatively, Kyouko places a large plate piled with donuts on the table.
いただくわ。
Mana drakes the plate towards her.
マナーちゃん、どうして お皿ごと持っていくの？どうぞと言われたから。そうだけど、もしかしてこれを一人で全部食べるつもり？これが私の分ではないの
Mana, even I don't think you should eat all of those. You still have dinner to eat after this. Though Mana could probably manage 2 dinners a day without a problem.
私だって食べたいよ。
Me too.
味見くらいはさせてもらいたいわね。
Hey, this is a reason to ask Kyoto to make donuts for more donuts for next time. This is Kyoko's chance. Mana's expression darkens slightly as she senses that some of her donuts might be taken away. Her appetite is really something else.
まだ材料はありますから、足りないようならもっと作りましょうか。それには及ばないわ。それより京子、せっかくだからあなたも一緒に食べなさい。
Look here. Mana went out of her way to invite someone to eat with her? Her opinion of Kyoko must have skyrocketed in the last few minutes.
そうだよね。独り占めよりみんなで食べる方が絶対美味しいよね。
そうね。じゃあみんな手を合わせて。
Let's eat. Delicious.
食感がしっとりしているものとさっくりしているものを作りました。
Moist ones and crumbly ones.
それぞれプレーンとチョコの味があります。
Whoa, she's a She's at the level of a professional pastier. Pastry chef. Well, what the hell? Chocolate flavors? Types? There are types! She made different types of donuts. What the? The one I got was a plain moist one. It tastes just as good as the ones you can buy at a store. And it's not just because they're fresh out of the fryer. Kyoko's recipe and her cooking skills are top notch too.
4種類。つまり最低4つは食べないとダメってことだ。
一つが大きいから結構お腹にたまりそうね。
Wow.
すみません。もっと小さくするべきだったでしょうか。そんなことないわ。ちょうどいい大きさよ。
Mana flatly denies Azuki-san's observation in between bites as she scarfs down one after another.
むしろこれくらいはないと食べた気がしないわ。
Horrors the Weavers. What? D-O-U-V-R-E-S. Oh, they're just like they're just basically bite-sized type of food. They're like appetizers, yeah, appetizers. They're like small dishes from European cuisine. I see. So bite-sized appetizers. If they're any smaller, they'd be like, where's the over Liz?
マナちゃん、ハイペースすぎだよ。
Sorry, I can't read French. Mana, you're going too fast for us.
そう？むしろ抑えているつもりだけど。
That's you holding back? You must be pretty damn hungry. If Mana wanted to, or yeah, you must be pretty damn wanting to eat some donuts. If Mana wanted to, she could down the entire plate before any of us could get our second donut.
そうかも。ちょうどいい甘さだからどんどん食べられるのよ。
そうね。あんまり甘ったるいとすぐ限界が来ちゃうけど。
You can see that again. I never eat donuts that are too sugary.
これはいくらでも入っちゃいそうな感じがする。
I want to try some, honestly.
ありがとうございます。
She made a lot of new friends now. She improved the relationships with Kokoro and Kyouko at the same time now. No, my bad. Kyouko and Mana at the same time now. Kyoko smiles shyly and bows to us. Then she looks down to the and to the side with a bigger smile. Probably Suzuka is standing there.
でも調子に乗ってあんまり食べると危険かな。
Kokoro has started reaching for another donut but hesitates.
危険？何が？
Mana looks at her in astonishment. While she waits for Kokoro's answer, she grabs yet another donut from the plate.
いや、ほら、その体重的な意味で。太る心配ということ？うん、そう。
You're thin, so there's no problem if you get a little fatter.
そうですよね。そうかな。
I'm not gonna make a comment.
そうね。でもその油断が積もり積もってある日気がつくと取り返しのつかないところまで来ていたりするのよね。
She's just saying things that are scaring them now. As she says this, Azuki-san reaches for another donut.
はあ、いいよね、お母さんは。体重増えても全部でしょ？
Where is she looking? She looks enviously at Azuki-san's ample bust and size again.
あら、それは私もよ。
They're just both showing off.
マナちゃんも？私だけ家族の中で仲間外れ。
When I gain weight, my chest don't get bigger, right? I do mostly gain muscle mass rather than fat though. Are you, Makoto, are you seriously trying to join the conversation among girls?
兄さんまでそういうこと。いいもん。こんな美味しいもの食べられない方が悲しいもん。
Having made her decision, Kokoro confidently takes another donut and quickly starts attacking it. Kyouko chuckles. She seems to be enjoying this. Yay! She really does seem so much more cheerful than before. It's all thanks to Suzuka appearing. I nonchalantly walk up to Kyouko and discreetly graze my elbow against her. Oh, just grazing. Touching skin by skin. Just touching her skin, we can still also see Suzuka, huh? Suzuka is standing on the other side of Kyouko from me. She's looking at the donuts on the table. I suddenly remember what Hotaru told me. I have to treat Suzuka well. I take a small plate, put one donut on it, and place it on the table halfway between where Kyouko is sitting and where Suzuka is standing. She must have understood what I'm trying to do. But Suzuka probably can't eat the donuts. So will being given one make her frustrated? How will she react? Will she even react at all? Kyouko looks at me and nods slightly as if to say, I know, don't worry. I guess that's the end of the scene. Okay. Oh my god! Oh my god. Should I cancel this? Yeah, I should. Oh my god. They're adding horror music behind when a girl is checking her weight. What the fuck?
お久しぶりです。体重計さん。
Let me move this up a bit. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Weighing Scale. It's been a long time.
最近は測ってなかったけど、大丈夫だよね。今日は少しだけ食べ過ぎちゃったけど、普段は節制してるし。 あれ、よく考えると、食べる量が増えてたかも。
The scary music makes the situation feel so comical. Oh my god.
兄さんの作るご飯は美味しいし、お母さんも兄さんがたくさん食べるからってメニューを増やしちゃってたし。でも、マナちゃんも京子さんもたくさん食べてるけどスタイルいいし、私も大丈夫だよね。よーし、行きます。そろー。
Okay.
今、体重計がきしんだかも。気のせいだよね。気のせい。
This is what you're seeing right now. Just some legs.
落ち着いて、ゆっくり深呼吸を。神様、お願いします。
The number showed up? What's the number? 49? It says 49 kilos. I think it's 49 kilos.
あれ
What?
これって。
She has a scary face though. Wow! Let me, let's put the image over. Yeah. So she gained weight? She was under 49 kilos before? I guess normally here, people will be about like 43 kilograms, I guess. Is kilograms the right word? Or is it pounds? Kilograms or pounds? I need to make sure. Yeah, it's kilos. Yeah, normally people would be, on the girls side, they would normally be about like 43 to 45-ish kilograms. Like about 100 and something pounds. So that's the norm, but 49 kilograms is not that bad. Hopefully she doesn't worry too much. Well, anyway, this is like on a tangent. Wow, so sleepy. As I left the room, I fought to keep a big yawn down. I had been busy with a bunch of things since the morning, so I was tired. Being mindful of Suzuka building relations with Kyouko and Mana, well, that one thing seemed to have improved quite a bit by making donuts. Even now, Kyouko and Mana were discussing shoujo manga, and gradually expanding their conversation. Maybe seeing that has put me at ease, or because it was after a meal I was suddenly very sleepy. I'd probably wake up if I got in the bath. It'd probably feel good to go to sleep like this. But there was still housework left to do, so I couldn't just go to sleep. Mana wasn't just likely going to help, so I couldn't ask Kyouko to help either. Housework. Mana. She's half freeloading. Even though she did pay the money, the expenses to live here, she's still kind of freeloading. Alright, Kokoro is... What happened? Oh yeah, I think this is where she found out about her weight. How she gained weight or something. The instant I pictured Kokoro's face, I heard the voice. Kokoro's scream. When that thought occurred to me, my sleepiness instantly blew away. I rushed to the source of the voice. Inside the house, it wasn't likely anything life-threatening, but Kokoro's voice was not something casual. Kokoro! While slowing my momentum, I dashed straight into the washroom. Kokoro, are you alright? What happened? A wild boar? A wild boar?
イノシシよりも豚さんで、お腹とカニの腕がぷっくりじゃなくて。兄さん、どうして入ってきてるの？
Because he yelled. Because you were screaming.
そうなんだ。
Yep.
心配かけてごめんね。
Yeah, that's good. You apologized. Okay, now we should leave now. Since we know she's fine, we don't have to stick around.
でもなくて、私、裸だから。
Yes, it's beautiful. It's just sticking around and saying that she's beautiful. Yes, it's beautiful.
何言ってるの？恥ずかしいから、早く出て行って。
Ah, Kokoro! Ah. Before I could warn her it was dangerous, Kokoro stepped off the platform. Ah! 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 I have the body of something soft sitting on top of my body. My back is on the floor. This is how I know I'm pinned under Kokoro. Wow! I am so glad that I am so glad I had the sensor up, because I completely forgot about my sensor until now. Jesus Christ, they're he's naked and she's naked.
兄さん、大丈夫？
Oh my god, they're naked. They're naked. They're
まだ
naked.
兄さんのことは好きだけど。
Oh my god, he's got
まさか本当に兄弟でエッチしちゃうなんて。
he got turned on. Whoa! Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, let me see here. Where do I go back? Do I go back to here?
うん。お風呂に入るね。
Then she unsteadily enters the bathroom. This is after they did everything. They didn't actually sleep together. They didn't actually insert anything per se. They were only physically rubbing each other off. that was basically the scene. So let's see here. Kokoro pushing her. Yeah, that's basically it. Now she's going into the bath. Seeing that, I took a deep breath of relief. Well, this was something I had done to know Kokoro's feelings, and then everything happened mostly according to her pace. Although I had said I was underestimating Kokoro. Kokoro, my sister, is a lewd girl. You're also lewd. Since you got turned on too. God damn it. Okay, uncensor. Censored. I guess this is a good place to stop. I don't want to play up to like 3 more hours of gameplay like last episode. Okay, thank you for watching, guys. That last scene took me by surprise. I didn't expect both of them to be naked. Only her. God damn it. Turn to the title screen. So yeah, somehow Makoto was wearing like a yukata, and then it somehow got untied. We could see the entirety of his lower half, and my god, I did not need to see that. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next episode, episode 16. This is episode 15, by the way, I believe. Yeah, this is episode 15. Okay, bye bye. See you next time.